Welcome to lecture 27.
Of skills course. Today I am going to speak about LD process or basic oxygen furnace process or basic oxygen process or basic oxygen steel making. These are the alternative names for LD process. LD stands for Linz and Donawitz. These are the main cities where this LD process was developed initially in Austria. Basically, it is called top blown oxygen steel making process. This gives an idea about LD converter, which converts iron into steel, or the all steel making reactions which takes place in this vessel. It is called LD vessel, or it looks like a kind of a crucible. So it also called as LD crucible. Now if you see broadly, the main parts of LD design are this scratches lines gives an idea about the refractory lining. This particular black line is safety lining. These two stands either of the side, this stand and this stands, are foundation with concrete, and in between this vessel sits with connecting furnace position or gear wood and motor mechanism rod from the either of the side with connecting shaft. This particular shaft is idle, whereas this thing is, it can be expanded with which was having the bearings. You can increase the furnace height from the foundation. So two sides these things are situated. You can expand. And the broad classification of this design, this is called top cone shape, this top part, and this is called a nose, and this one is mouth, and this is a cover kind of top ring closing of this vessel, and this bottom part is spherical shape bottom, and in between there will be knuckles just like for our rings. This is upper knuckle and this is lower knuckle. With this motor mechanism with turnoin ring, you can tilt 360 degrees either of the side, either towards the opposite of the screen or opposite to the video, or to the other side. Either of the side you can tilt. Using this tap hole, after this reactions, after taking the molten pig iron and poured into this vessel, allowed for chemical reactions to happen in its own for about 1 hour. Then you tap first slag, then after you tap out molten steel, and it has the basic designs of ejection. Through tap hole you will be ejecting out either the slag or molten metal. When you slope, there is a chance of slag metal mixing together. When you completely it is been taken out molten steel, there will be few drop out of metals will fall. So at the spitting stage, and let me talk about each and everything. I gave you the broad idea about this LD design. Now let me talk about each and everything. This is slag shield. You can look the slag level till this stage, and this particular turnoin shaft is fixed, this one, and this is the middle part is like a cylinder, or you call it as a barrel section in which the reactions occur. And this other side, this is the shaft with the gear mechanism, you can increase angle 5 degrees, 10 degrees, and the gear mechanisms completely situated with the pinion ring. These things are interconnected, and motor speed for generating the torque. So you can, by the torque mechanism, you can you can stop at 5 degree for a while, and you can take out the slag, and 10 degree and 15 degree, and towards at 45 degree you can take out most of the molten metal. So these are the advantages of these things. This is how it looks like. These are the simple schematic. So instead of going the complicated design, this particular tube is called oxygen lance. Lance is nothing but sending the oxygen through a tube which is made up of steel and with a tip of having copper. And this is the mouth, and this is the cone, this is the barrel section, this is the bottom spherical shape of the LD. And this is how the, when you take out this molten steel, after taking into the ladle, this is how the LD converter is tilted with the two supports with the shaft mechanism. You are taking into the ladle. This ladle is having the molten steel, and even taking into the molten steel form also, it starts forming few slag layers. It can be removed manually with the help of shovels. And this talks about LD converter lining is nothing but refractory lining, and the basic division of LD steel making is divided into the spherical bottom and cylindrical body and conical top. And the shell, entire outer part of this LD shell is made up of with combination of welding and using non-aging steel. The advantage of non-aging steel is you will be getting the good formability, which is low carbon steel. You can take out this entire sheet, this part, this is cylindrical part. You can make a sheet without any defects. That is one more advantage having non-age steels, which was having the good formability. And the other thing is safety lining. This outermost part, below this shell there will be safety lining. Mainly in the industry practice, these are the combination of refractory lining used. Either you can call it as a safety or insulation lining, combination of magnesium and chromium or calcium and magnesium. And intermediate lining, tar, with a combination of tar and dolomite. This is working lining, which is coming in contact with molten steel. So it should be combination of tar and bonding with dolomite, fixed bonding, or pitch which bonding with a dolomite, or magnesium oxygen carbon bricks. Either of these things can be used. These are in practice for lining. What are the advantages of lining? So what it defends, what it affects, let me talk about few things. Furnace atmosphere, whether the furnace atmosphere is acidic in nature or oxidizing or reducing atmosphere. And composition of slag, whether the basic slags are forming or acidic slags formation is more. And mechanical stresses, this lancing and both the vessel are subjected to continuous combination of compression stresses and tensile stresses. And thermal shock, there will be a sudden temperature range when you add some other flux form or steel scrap for composition adjustment. This situation may arise. It may arise to high temperature, effect of high temperature. Geometry of vessel, as you realize that the top part is cone, bottom is sphere shape, the middle body is cylindrical shape. So these things are supposed to affect for lining life, which supposed to be the working lining, supposed to be stand for longer duration. If it is continuously affected with the wearing out of lining, it needs to undergo for the repairs with the continuous interval of time with temporary shutdown. And operation procedure, blowing from top. So and combination of bottom argon gas purging or inert gas purging. So it also affects the entrance and exit stages. The lining may wear out. And quality of hot metal, whether you are using only molten pig iron to convert into the steel or combination of steel scrap and molten pig iron. So it may affect the lining life. The lining may wear out, working lining. And quality of refractory material, whether it is only basic refractory lining or combination. And method of charging, so is it only charging with the molten steel from the top or combination of steel scrap and molten iron. And formation of skull at the conical part, when you are taking out slag and molten metal at the mouth part, there may be some slag or molten metal solidifies at the latter stages, at the ending stages. If it is continuously retaining for the 2 or 3 outputs, it may form kind of solid material. It need to be removed continuously. The solutions are exist. Now let me talk about why oxygen. So does it have the more advantages compared to when you use air instead of only oxygen? So let us know about these things. You can get, if you use pure oxygen, you can get the vertical path of the oxygen lancing and more energy supply of oxygen, only oxygen if you are using instead of air purging. And slag formation is possible control. When you use pure oxygen, the basic slags formation will be more and within less time it may form and you can take out. And oxygen distribution, see the before oxygen lancing, after oxygen lancing, this distribution within the steel may vary. So if you use pure oxygen, it goes out, it reacts and it will take immediately to the slag layer which was top of the ladle. And there may be possibility that continuous removal of carbon in the form of CO and phosphorus in the form of liquid slag, P2O5 liquid slag. And to get the uniform in the chemistry or composition, it is preferred to use argon gas from the bottom purging and you will be getting the good control over the composition. This is basically design of lance, oxygen lance, which was maintained from the upstream pressure of around 10 power minus 12 bar pressure. These are the few tips. It could be the single nozzle tip, it could be the multi nozzle tip. The outer cover is made up of steel tube, the inner one is copper tip. The dimensions of this oxygen lance, length may vary from top to bottom 8 to 10 meters. The diameter of this nozzle each 20 to 25 centimeter, and there will be a provision of continuous cooling to this tube. And this design, for the easy to understand, it is been skeleton image is being shown here. Oxygen ring and water ring, inside is water ring will be there, top one is oxygen ring. It is kind of a hollow tube and there will be water inlet, water outlet, and this is how this tube will be plunged together, and these things are going to the to the bottom of the molten steel. It is going inside. So it is not dipped inside the molten steel. It is residing over the molten steel around 20 centimeter or 20 to 25 centimeter it resides. So that is why it is been protected with the copper tip and steel tube. And these are the there should not be any leaks. That's why safety pins, if somewhere if the situation occurs, so with the safety pins it will come out, so there will not be damage to the oxygen lance tube. This is one more advantage. What are the requirements of lance tip? It should be the copper or steel tube. Entire oxygen lance tube should be withstand for higher temperatures and combination of compression stress and tensile stresses which was occurring during the chemical reactions. There should be efficient cooling with the speed of incoming and outgoing. It should be constant. This material should not have any defects. It should have high efficiency and it should be easy to operate. The oxygen lance supposed to have this characteristic also. It should be the engineering design of oxygen lance supposed to be having precision dimensions and minimum tolerances, and it should not have any manufacturing defect. So these things supposed to be taken care when you are using this oxygen lance tube. And purity of the material for the constructing and manufacturing, and grain structure supposed to be optimum, and there should be optimum heat transfer from this tube, and it should have the good surface strength because it is exposing to the thermal shock and higher temperature and mechanical load. It should have the good surface strength. Now finally ask yourself that what does LD steel converts? Can you imagine that how oxygen lancing occur practically in the industries? Or LD crucible accommodate the reaction mechanism, chemical reactions, mechanical reactions, thermal shock, all those things? How does it able to accommodate? Either with the help of textbook reading or with the help of some video lectures, you can understand these points clearly. Thank you.